Alright. A Johnny Sleeper Agent. 4 mana, 4 loyalty. It's completed, so you can pay it with life instead, and it will show up with less loyalty. Ideally, I don't want to do that, because the ultimate is my win condition, which is -6. Whenever you cast a creature, someone gets 2 poison counters. So you just cast 5 creatures after you ultimate and your opponent dies, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. You can give yourself, like, hexproof, I guess, or the unbelievable scenario someone has Solemnity in play. The minus will probably never happen, but the plus is alright, I guess. You reel the top card. If it's a creature or planeswalker, put it in your hand. Otherwise, it's like a scry one. If you don't like the card, you can put it at the bottom. So it's either a scry one or draw a creature or planeswalker. It's a fair amount of creatures. There's not a... Wait, I don't think there's any planeswalkers, actually. Oh, shoot. No, there's not. There's probably a few you could run. Gideon is interesting because it locks things down with its plus, the 3 mana one. And you could force your opponent to kill it because you could do the bubble thing where you can't lose the game unless Gideon dies or whatever, as long as you control a Gideon. But, I think it's worth putting in the... Oh, there's a bunch of proliferate cards, so I can get to 6 loyalty faster. But there's also Dark Depths Death Unit Stage. It's another way to win the game. I could probably go without it and have more, like, removal spells and more board wipes, or just board wipes in general. I think that might be a line there. You don't have counter spells, though, so you're like, if you keep the board clear and you're dealing with all the stuff, and they just have, like, a spot removal spell to kill a Johnny, you just can't stop it, then your sweepers aren't buying you that much time, really, in the long run. And you probably are not going to like sweeping your own creatures, really, because they can actually win the game outside of your commander. I don't have, like, crazy busted things to ramp into, which might be a problem, but we shall see. No, Planeswalker Celebration is way too much mana. I mean, you could... If you... It's 7? Right? Is it 7? Yeah, no, I don't like this. I mean, you're already so close to ultimating by the... Actually, I think you... Listen, you play this 4, it goes up to 5. And then on turn... The next turn you have 5 mana. It goes up to 6. Yeah, no, this is literally too slow. By the time you... No, it's too slow. I wouldn't play that even if it was made it a quote-unquote a turn faster. It's not realistic to me. I don't think I've played it in the other time I played this, which was like 2.5 years ago, and I'm not going to do it now. So that's the idea. Let's see what happens. But Defense of the Heart is very good here. A tapped land? Jeez. Alright, well, I'm going to Meditite literally anything. Okay. A little too late for that. Also, I want my opponent to actually cast their commander, so Defense of the Heart is a huge problem. I don't have a fetch land? Of course I don't. Okay, well. What if I played this, played land? 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? Alright, well, they have to deal with this. They can deal with a Johnny, I'm sure. But defense is also a huge problem. Yep, and of course they deal with the Ajani. I could chump block it, I guess. Okay, for some reason they gave me the Ajani ultimate. Suppose their board state means it doesn't really matter that I have the ultimate. And I kind of agree. So I can do this and Skew Swarm. I wouldn't be concerned about this ultimate if I were them either. To be fair. Okay, stats. We have stats. What is Nykthos doing? Why do I want Nykthos? It's not doing anything. I'd rather get a fetch land from more Skeet Swarms. Okay. I don't need more mana. Why do I need mana? So let's chump block this, and I guess kill their commander. Just take 12. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to create too many Scoot Swarms here, and it's probably just going to win. But I don't actually have the pile of creatures to kill them, but the inevitability is there at this point for me to do it when I draw creatures. Okay, so Elesh Norn stops the thing they like to do, but it can just very easily be answered. It's probably fine though, unless of course it isn't. Wow, they did not have a green opener. Interesting. I don't have to play... Well, I probably will, if they let me. But I don't have to. They do let me. Okay. Yep, I'll go for it then. I'm never blocking with Elvish Mystic in the history of Everness, so I'm just gonna let that happen there. Oh, it happened. Huge. I can't play 2 lands, can I? Oh, I can. I can. So I have the ultimate, but I only have 2 creatures after that. Not great. But that's fine. I mean, it's just inevitability. There's no getting around it other than Stifle. Death Touch is... Alright, so we're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Who knows, maybe they just concede immediately. Kinda doubt it though. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. Another land? Yeah. I guess I could play Exploration? Just cast it. Alright, I have 2 creatures. I know about one of them. Oh, wait a minute. The Evolution Sage proliferates the poison counters. Okay, so it's even better than I thought. I was just thinking about proliferating the loyalty. That does not change my opinion about the other proliferate cards it took out. But that is funny. This is your graveyard? No creature cards in your graveyard? Okay. Why are they swinging with the fungus? Mobilize one? You know what? Go for it. I'm not even going to block it. You go for it. I guess they were going to sack it in response or something. They already played their land, though. Oh, I thought they did. Wait, how's that work? Oh, I see. Reading. I don't need this to resolve. Yeah, we have the ultimate. I don't need it to resolve or anything. Alright, they're over it. Oh, yeah, I mean, I could cast Nissa later. I'm not... I can do the one at a time thing. As long as the Ajani emblem exists, I can just take my time. I have a fetch land for Gene Pollinator. And it's a Pock hand with removal? Oh, this is not Molt Tender. This isn't Molt Tender. This is supposed to be Molt Tender. I'm an idiot. Alright. Whoops. That is supposed to be a Molt Tender. That was the intent of this card in my deck. Mistakes have been made. Okay, so we play Pock or do we play our commander? I guess I play my commander. The problem is they don't really care about it. I'm gonna cast it though. I just feel like they don't really care about it. Rampant Growth is actually kind of interesting. Now, there's enough ramp in my deck, I'll sift through and find what I'm looking for, I'm sure. But I think my opponent's way to win is faster than my ultimate here. So they probably aren't terribly concerned with it. Oh, also, they mill me anyways, I can't keep the card. Okay, so play this, can't copy Pock. We just plus first, I guess. That's poop. I'll keep it on top. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll play a land. And then I can attack their stuff on their own turn there. Are you going to Fractured Identity Pock or something? Opponent seems really giddy to see Pock. I don't know what that's about. You can't really swing at me. Ooh, beautiful. I love this. Love that. Unwanted Remake. Alright. Let's go ahead and get ourselves free mana. Because Pock is dumb. Do I guess I... Alright, yeah. I was about to say, now at this point, because I just apparently made my opponent deeply upset with Pock, I'll just kill this and then have the ultimate. And because everything is dead, I might as well... Oh no, this is still alive. It's still alive because they killed it. Oh well, get wrecked. This is the damage one? Okay. I believe it's faster than me trying to get to a Johnny. So, not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Supposed to lead with this regardless. I think they can cast this before I would ultimate. I don't really have a good way to stop that. I think I'm just... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to play this. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this game is already over. They could have a counterspell too, actually, if they have it in their deck. This game's just over. Please trade. I would probably not trade if I were my opponent there. But they did. Soul partition this? Wait a minute. Are we gonna get there? We might actually get to the ultimate, but we have no cards in our hand. Might actually get to the ultimate here. Now I have to stay alive for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I can just pay life here. Right? Yeah. Just pay life. I would not have negated this. I can just recast it. That seems a bit strange. You just gave me another prolifer... Like, you just let me do it again? Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't really get that. I'll kill this token. No, I won't. Oh, hey, it's Pock. Just in time for killing my opponent with poison. Wow. Get dunked on. Honestly, just get dunked on. I thought I had no chance. I really didn't think I had a chance. That's crazy. That's just nuts. Yeah, we'll lead with Minotide. Yeah, okay. Shoot. Alright, it's, yeah, there's no way I don't view stuff here. I could get Dark Depths, so that seems really stupid. Let's get... that. Pearl Medallion? Well, that's unfortunate. We can play our commander at this point. Might as well. Honestly, might as well. Have it chill out. Another land is not necessary. Well, if I knew they were going to do that, I'd probably leave up Minotithe. Okay, they're going a route that I find abstract here. Do they have Minotithe? That would have been so funny. I wonder if they did. Do we think they have Minotithe? It could be Solitude. Could be Solitude here. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to cast this Forceful Cultivator. My opponent's making me nervous. Okay, that makes my life easy. Yeah, we're just going to cast this instead. And just pass. Oh, I should have cast the one they knew about. Maybe I was too revealing with that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, Minotithe actually did something. I will threaten the dumb. Once I find it. Alright, so we have stuff. This stuff is very dangerous to deal with. But it's not immediately winning the game. My opponent has a full hand. That makes 1/1s? Yes. guess I'll cast the Agrazer for poison. There's not a big reason to hold it. I can't do this and that. Oh, yes I can. Okay, so I'll cast it. And now I need a second spell here. One more spell and we got him. There's no reason to swing. And the only thing that can really kill me is Moonshaker Cavalry. And I don't think any deck ever plays that. Gains at the beginning of your upkeep. This card is exiled, perpetually gets ++++. Alright, I am going to kill Delny so they don't get any value. They just like, well, they get value, but it's not like really significant value. Draw your card. The poison removing lion? Would be a shame. Tokens have flying. Okay, well, there's not a lethal degree of tokens in play right now. And I have a 20/20. Nine lives doesn't save you. 9 lives does not save you from poison. Unless it does. Has it been that long? I don't remember. I thought it didn't save you from poison. I thought it just saved you from lethal damage. What did they just do? Wasn't paying attention. Can I? No, I can't. Alright, let's do this then. Let's get rid of you. I can get Karn's Bastion, but I can't tap it, like, enough to, Oh, what? It didn't even let me wait. Okay. They explored twice. Oh, I guess I wasn't paying attention. Okay, Nykthos has been kind of meh. Maybe I take out Nykthos. Opponent knows they're going there the last turn anyways. There's no reason to... This is not a lethal attack. There is literally no reason to attack. There's no reason to do anything. My opponent has another turn. I wish they didn't, but they do. Again, there's like 2 cards that maybe kind of sort of kill me here. And those are big maybes. I guess I'll just auto-yield. Yeah, it doesn't save against poison. I've played a lot of 9 lives, so... Played a lot of 9 lives. Solemnity. Phyrexian on life. Oh, wait, no, not Phyrexian on life, just Solemnity. Alright, no Moonshaker. I've never seen anyone cast Moonshaker, so it doesn't surprise me. Alright, look at that. Poisoned. Poisoned to death, and we had 36 mana. I guess I could get Eleshnorn? It just seems like a auto-win every time I see it. I don't think I'm gonna crop rotation, so... I have not seen a treasure map in a very long time. Let's get... Let's, do... 4... Oh, I have to tap white. Okay. Of course I do. I knew that. I was just testing you. Just testing everybody. Rofellos? Yeah, why not? There you go, buddy. You're in play. Alright, I have 40,000 mana. Not much to do with it. Doesn't look like the kind of game... Well, I mean, yeah, maybe it is. Mossborn Hydra. Well, I don't have more lands. I could crop rotation. I actually really don't know what to do here. Let's... What is this doing for us? Overlord? I kind of like Overlord. We could World Weave as well. Yeah, let's get World Weave going. I like that. Tap this for 2. Yep. Or, excuse me, tap it for 3. And then... Pause? No, let's just do it again. I'll hold the Mossborn Hydra. Okay. I was about to say, I have the ultimate coming, and I'm spending all my creatures, so I won't get that ultimate. But... I don't know. I mean, I have basically Omniscience here. I basically have Omniscience. I can cast everything to an empty hand. But I don't have a huge amount of pressure going on. Maybe I should have just played this and then just passed and not cast these two. That's a weird one. These two? Do I want World Weave? I don't think so. What does that do? I don't care. I have a turn 3 Primeval Titan because this game is balanced. Let's grab Dark Depths and Thespian Stage. They can't really steal anything from my deck that matters. So that's pretty nice. Bake into pie? That's nuts. Okay. That's really weird. Let's go ahead and do this, I guess. And then Surveil. Oh wait, I can't Surveil. I don't... Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to shuffle it anyways. I'm not going to go for the token. I'm just going to cast this. Go for the token next turn. I can also now go for Elish Norn, because I played that. They probably concede to Elish Norn, so I probably just go there to start. Probably. Opponent's literally cooking. Yeah, I guess bacon to pie is kind of nuts. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We're just gonna be toxic here. Get in there. Yeah. Okay. Elish Norn is funny. Every time I've cast it, my opponents have immediately conceded. If that keeps happening, maybe I just put this in more decks. Oh, great. That's enjoyable. Alright, they somehow have absolutely nothing. I don't think I can play Scute Swarm, because I probably just lose to Rofellos. I misclicked the mana I floated. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Did they already? Oh, they did. Okay. There's a handful of good cards to find. That's not quite one of them. It's almost good enough, but not quite. I need it like Hour of Promise. Basically, immediately. So I can get it. Yeah, I needed Hour of Promise there. Alright, I probably just lose now. To, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Nope. Doesn't matter. Wait a minute. What's that 9 that's green? What's a green 9 drop? Well, I guess we'll find out together. Okay. Does this have haste? Okay. Does not have haste. Okay. What? Alright, so let's play... Uh, 24... I think I'm still dead. It's not enough. I swing with that. It goes to 24. They just block it with the Death Toucher. And then I just lose. Well, I'm not winning by passing the turn, so I might as well cash it in now. But, yeah, I needed to just have something more. Play a Johnny? Let's see, we get 3 more counters, 17. It's still not enough, though. It's still not enough. Okay. Yeah, that's not enough. It's only 6 more. That would not have done it. 6 more wouldn't have done it. I mean, even 10 more wouldn't have done it. Okay, again with the 9. They did 9 last time. Was summon Bahamut? I don't even know. I don't know. It is summon Bahamut. That doesn't save you, does it? You have to blow up the World Wagon? I think you have to blow up the World... Okay, they don't blow up the World Wagon. Okay. Majani now is lethal? How did I win this? For the sake of more damage, should cast this. It's slightly more damage. Wait, maybe I didn't win. Okay, well, the way it panned out looks like the well, no, because they would have had more life this turn, so it still would have been the same thing. They can't kill my commander, so they have to kill the world wagon. Oh, they already did. What am I talking about? They already did. They do kill my commander. That just gives me my commander back. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, they did the best thing they could do last turn, so they had to have drawn something that matters. They did not draw something that matters. This flips into an 8/8 that doesn't matter. Okay, well, silly me. Okay, those don't matter. Wow. We won this game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What's very strange here is my opponent, like... Yeah, here comes Fog. If my opponent cast Fog, I would probably, like... I don't know what I would do. I usually say I'd uninstall the game, but I would probably go the next level and just throw my computer out the window, I think. I think that would just be it. You just wouldn't hear from me ever again. But yeah, I would say they just didn't have anything, but they did. Oof. Tell you, nice merfolk. Nice merfolk. Yeah, Scutor might have been fine here. I might have threw. There's one merfolk in particular, some blue-green thing, that, is particularly good. They did not what? You're not swinging with the Elvish Mystic? What? Oh, okay. No shot you have a counterspell. You don't have me convinced, at least. It's like this collected company. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Wash away? Could have been leaving it wash away? That doesn't seem right. Okay. Random 3/3. Sure. Well, we'll be making a 2020. Yeah, Scutor would have been good. I'd be... Everything I've done so far would be a turn off, but that's probably just... Would have been fine. Yeah, I think binning the Scutor is... If I lose, that's just why. I just shouldn't have done that. Like, we're fine with it, obviously, in play right now. Okay, does that help me? Nope. So, get the combo. Have to do it now. Otherwise, I don't get Thespian Stage to use. Play land. Pass. Opponent apparently has a 1-minute spell. Oh, I'd like to see this. Shifting Woodland. Haven't seen a reason to play that quite yet. Pretty sure there's a 1-minute spell. It could be some kind of dive down, though. The best cards my opponent have played so far is just Lanarel's Birds of Paradise. Not even the Merfolk. They don't swing. Beautiful. Alright, so I do the dumb. Keep the dumb. I guess I crop rotation. I mean, I have the fetch land. What is crop rotation doing in my hand? Let's just crop rotation. Let's get... I could get another fetch land. We can get 2 Karn's Bastions, maybe. As if my Ajani matters, really. I actually don't know. I don't know what happens to that. That's a good question. I do not know. I don't believe I can plus here. So I should actually play... I should play this land. I should cast this bird and put at least 1 counter on the bird. Which looks a little funny, but we have Karn's Bastion, and everything ideally gets Vigilance. And there's no swinging with the Lumbering World Wagon. At least not in my opinion. This is a lot of damage. Is there any reason to proliferate now? Not really. Okay, especially if they block both. Yeah, now there's no reason to. Doesn't do anything. 1 green? Was this crop rotation of your own? What is this doing? What is this doing? What do we do here? Why would this deck play crop rotation? About to find out, I'm sure. Okay, that's a lot of mana. They already had probably Omniscience equivalent anyways when it comes to Merfolk being cast. Not too concerned about 2 or 3 more mana here. Okay, not concerned about 2 more mana here. You probably don't want to animate the 3 trees. Actually, it really doesn't matter what you animate. They're all the same. Yeah, I'd probably still stick with this. But it doesn't really matter. I can't give Merit Lodge Vigilance again. Does that work? Yeah, it does. There's no... It's not doing anything about that? Okay. Alright, this is crew 4. Okay, yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Guess it makes sense to do that. So I have double proliferate, so I do have 2 lethal attackers. And that was an awful draw. What do you got for me here? Okay, game. So there's no reason to hold the land. There's no reason to activate the World Wagon. 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually can't swing with both. So I will force this. Yeah, I cannot swing with both. I would just die. And then play the land, because there's no reason not to. There's no surprises here. Alright. I'm at the mercy of the top of my opponent's deck. Nope, I'm just dead. I think I should be dead here. Can they put enough counters to kill me? That works too, I think. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna Thespian stage at the end step. Do they have... They do still have a flyer. Okay. I technically have a flyer now, too. I could for science this just to see what happens. What if I just swing... Wait a minute, wait a minute. So we do this. And then I crew. Let's slow down here. I can do it, I promise. Okay. They're one off, just like we were. Why would you keep this? Why'd you keep that on top? Opponent, you already said good game. Alright, we did it. Very tight game there. Would have been almost a complete auto win if I just kept the Scute Swarm and just took the time off to cast it in a turn at some point in this game. I don't know why they kept this. I mean, it's their last turn. They can't find another card anyways. They might have missed lethal with the shifting attack, but I'm not 100% sure. Now I'd have to go back and look because I can't remember the exact board state, but I think they might have missed lethal. But to be fair, I guess so did I. Not that last turn, but when I just didn't keep this, that was effectively missing lethal. I mean, look at the amount of lands I have. They would have never been able to deal with it, and they were never going to get in on the ground. But double proliferate gave me the second activation of a minus here, and vigilance was quite crucial. Those last 3 counters I put had to be exactly where I placed them, otherwise it wouldn't have worked. And yeah, crazy game there, I guess. Crazy game. Well, it's good to see that that stuff exists. See, that kind of matchup feels like I'm having a good time. But when I'm up against like the established 15 or so commanders that you see every single game, this is just not that great. But that's just the price you pay when I'm not playing every time I play Arena, I'm playing something different. There's a reason why nobody plays this, along with 85% of the cards in the game, because they're just not as good as the other 15%, but you still get those good games. I like what this is doing. It's funny, I think some of these ultimates, like this one, people concede way too quickly. This was no exception, I guess. Some people did actually concede. However, some people didn't. There was that one player that got to 8 poison. All I needed to do was draw a creature, and I didn't, and then I lost with like 2 shots at it. So that felt bad. But other than that one time, I kind of felt like I was going to get there before I died to whatever my opponent was doing, even though I don't have 45 creatures or something like that. You could probably go even more heavy into creatures, so the Ajani Blitz is a bit better. If I play this again, which who knows when that'll happen, but it'll probably be completely mono green. As you can see, it almost completely was already, but I probably could just abolish all the green in this and then run like 2 planes or something and just try to always get a planes because you still need at least a white source to cast it, and then just play green ramp creature nonsense, which we kind of were, but not all the way into it. I was playing funny things like Elish Norn. But yeah, so you could do like a Rofellos style situation with a commander that has a more consistent plus as well, because the more creatures you get, the more you find a creature with the plus. I found myself not getting a lot of hits off the plus, which is a little unfortunate. It was definitely, it felt a lot worse than 1 out of 3, which it roughly is 1 out of 3 chance that I'd find a... it's slightly higher than that, actually, because I do pull a lot of lands out of my deck. So it's a little bit higher than 1 in 3, but I feel like the +1 was just not really hitting anything. It does also care about Planeswalkers. I'm sure there is some kind of... some amount of moderately reasonable Planeswalkers to play with this, but I don't know. I think I talked about Gideon at the start. Could be somewhat interesting. Wandering Emperor, maybe? I don't know. But apart from that, like, the green ramp thing is just the green ramp thing. Playing more creatures in this, like the 5-mana grindy things that I like Elder Gargaroth and other things like Elder Gargaroth, the 5-mana slime, the green O'Hare. Like, all those kinds of things are kind of nice. I like them. They could work here. Would probably make it more consistent with the minus, but again, I think the minus was fine. You take your time. If your opponent has... I don't really know. I'd have to pay more attention. Maybe when I go back and look at every game I played, I'll have a better gauge. But it feels like... It feels like your opponent has, on average, not enough turns to win once you've -6. I think. There is definitely people who play this all the time. I'm sure there's someone out there that really likes this commander and has a better, like, -6 or something. I just felt like having nuclear bombs in my deck, or just like scary things outside of a Johnny, was better than just blitz for the ultimate and cast a bunch of creatures. There is also Finn, which is just the Death Touch 2-drop commander that is, no matter how you try to build a Johnny, Finn is just going to be a better version of that thing, which is blitzing 10 poison into your opponent's face. But I like how this is a Planeswalker, and it can do like a slower mid-range thing. Obviously, I'm not really a big fan of aggro decks. I mean, I've played them. I'm not a terribly big fan of them. I don't really like the strategy that much. Historic Brawl is also pretty unforgiving towards aggro, which is pretty cool, I will admit. It's a format I play a lot, and aggro is not really that prevalent. I mean, you have Ragavan, but that's bracket 5. We saw a Thalia today, but Thalia is pretty easy to beat, in my opinion. I did get stomped by Thalia today, but usually I don't care if someone plays Thalia in the command zone. I'm talking about the 2-mana one, not the Abzan one. Usually just kind of ignore it and then just win with whatever you're doing, because the tempo loss from Thalia's tax normally isn't really a big deal, but they just had all like the super perfect things into what I was trying to do. Like Aven Mind Sensor into 5 shuffle effects, or search effects, I mean. Just kind of bad how everything lined up. But yeah, I mean, I like this. It's cool. I'd say it has like a 30% win rate, maybe 40. Maybe roughly, or a little bit lower than that, maybe. Just, it's not great into what you should expect to play against. But if it was in that like paradise queue of where Savella, I think my favorite commander ever in terms of gameplay has been Svella, the red-green snow monolith commander, because it was in the perfect bracket where everyone was almost exactly the same in power level, and games were going on to like turn 15, and it was back and forth all the time. That was just a really good game, a really good commander. This isn't quite like that. I did see a bunch of like Rofellos, which, what am I going to do? I'm going to be faster than them? Probably not. And as a mono green style Johnny, I'm probably not going to deal with anything they're doing. So they're just faster than me, and they don't have to worry about me casting any white spells to interrupt them. I'm just trying to do what they're doing, but just slower. So that if you expect to see that all the time, you're going to have like a 2% win rate if Rofellos is your opponent every time. But apart from that, you will get games where it's cool and it does the thing. You're just not really going to have that happen against the 15 like hyper-established decks that most people just play because they copied it from the internet and it has a 60% win rate or something. But yeah, still a cool strategy. I always think about this commander because I like the thing it's doing. In EDH, it is very scary to just play this and then race to it, because now everyone's stuck on this clock and you have to kill someone first. So in EDH, it's like, who are you going to target first with this? And then they have to convince the other 2 players to like kill you before you do the thing. It's kind of funny, unless you have some kind of combo or whatever. I didn't have Speaking of combo, I didn't have Wirewood Symbiote in here the whole time. This probably would have won, I think, at least 2 of the games I lost, because it picks up an elf, and then I could have picked up the elf and recast it and got the emblem trigger again, and I just spaced on this card until near the end of playing. But this is actually pretty nice. It's not an elf deck, but I still think it's worth playing. It's just enough elves to do that. I was actually playing, whatchamacallit? Where'd it go? Yeah, Sky Shroud Lookout. There's even the 3-mana Planeswalker that seeks an elf. You could probably consider that one as well, I suppose. Rofellos is Rofellos, and what's the other one? Priest of Titania. This is just a Metadork, just like Tangled Florahedron, right? And with the upside of sometimes tapping for more than one. That's fine to me. Happens to be an elf, though, so Wirewood Symbiote has another elf to play with there. You could play Faceless Agent, which gives you an elf. Faceless Agent also, just like Sky Shroud Lookout, finds 2 creatures. It casts itself, and then another card for a Johnny. So that is kind of neat. And I'm a huge fan of Faceless Agent, so... But yeah, it's an alright commander. Not too exciting. It struggles against a lot of things. Maybe if I was more into green, removed the white entirely, would be slightly better off. Or just go the other direction and run a ton of board wipes, I guess. Maybe there's something there. Because you don't really care about your creatures alive once he gets the ultimate. All you have to do is cast them. Doesn't matter what they do after that. I don't know. But let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the... I think the next set comes out. I think it's... When does it come out? Is it... what does the Mastery Pass say? Just go by that. 32 hours. Alright, so in 32 hours we get the next set. Alright, GG's. Get out of here.